Today we going here. Oh, no, we going. Thank you. Either way, we're gonna have a good time. Y'all stay tuned. As always, you see me. Try to be appropriate out here in these streets. Stay tuned. How you say, Hood Travel Channel? So I use a lot of Eventbrite for all of my events that I go to, pay a little bit, do a lot. Hopefully they can pick me up and sponsor me, that'd be good, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how I do most of my joints from this app right here. Yeah, I'm a little early, so I gotta come back in like 15 minutes. But they setting up right now, as you can see. Hopefully the music don't get me banned. Out in my old neighborhood, Brooklyn, Fulton Street. Many memories come back here. Yeah, I'm about to go back to the event right now. Just walking around for a minute, giving them time to set up. Hopefully this music don't get me, you know what I mean? But y'all stay tuned, you know what I'm saying? Famous neighborhood. Back in the days, they used to have the lab down here, There's a lot going on down here. Y'all stay tuned. I ain't gonna take y'all down memory lane.
Industry, pretty much every market is wild right now, and it's not a direct path to success, and there's not even a lot of success stories. But I don't want that to hinder what we're trying to do right now. So the main thing is, do I get a license or do I license my IP, right? And there's a lot of benefits for both. To get a license though, we can't even actually do right now. So we had to actually license our IP, take our SOPs, our recipes, and go to a processor. So I got notes, y'all. I can't remember all this. We smoke a little bit. So we made a decision about 10 years ago to plant our flag here in New York. So we created Chef for Hire to launch in this state. Although there was many other states we could have gone to, we felt being a culinary brand and being from New York, well, 30 years I've been here, why not launch out of the greatest city in the world, the capital of the world, which is also a culinary state and a culinary city, where we felt we could really make some noise. So we started doing events, showcasing our products. We started a supper club in August 2015 that ran up until the pandemic, 56 months in a row. And by doing that, we created a lot of brand awareness. So we needed a product, we need something, and we all need something that either solves a problem or fills a niche. Like, you need a way to stand out. And by us having a product that stood out, being a culinary brand, and doing all of these events, we created a lot of awareness so that a manufacturer actually sought us out. We didn't even have to go to anybody, beg anybody. We had to actually interview different processors that we wanted to work with. And by doing that, we were able to, negotiate a pretty good deal, have something we're actually happy with. A lot of people right now are looking at these licensing deals and going, oh, you only get X percent, you get 15 to 30%. Your awareness of your brand, where you're at in the market, is really gonna determine how much you can actually ask for. And if you actually go get a license, you got a lot of overhead to think about. Like, I'm sure there's not many people in this audience that raised $1 million, that have, purchased a ton of equipment to go to produce the products they want to make, and carry that kind of overhead, staff, insurance, and everything else. by us taking a licensing deal, we didn't have to worry about any of that stuff. What we can do is actually just go in, produce our own products, and take a percentage on the back end. And one of the best benefits of doing this is that we get to write off everything. We're not cannabis touching. We're not like having to have the license or the overhead like I mentioned before. And if you actually think about it, I don't know how many people y'all know that have a license, but what's their actual margin that they're making right now after taxes? Is it better than that 15 to 30%? And if you look at the legal industry, I mean, the legalities of what's going on, the lawsuits that are happening right now, like we're clogged up. None of these car people can open up right now. So imagine if we had licenses and we were held up, holding that real estate, holding that equipment, those leases, holding staff, all of those things. By us taking a licensing deal, again, we don't have to worry about those things. So something to take in mind, don't rush. Don't rush to just go get a license. If you look at other industries, a food, a beverage, even beauty, you create your recipe, your SOP, and you go to a co-packer. You can do the same thing here. But you still have to have something unique, something that sets you apart. And let's talk about packaging. We created our packaging 2017. We didn't create our packaging for the cannabis industry. We created our packaging for the culinary industry. We created our packaging to say, how could we stand out at a company like Whole Foods or Adina DeLuca, right? A higher end kind of product showcase where, again, we're a culinary brand. And we will be recognized. And if you go and see our products in the stores right now, our packaging definitely stands out. It's also educational. How we labeled our packaging, what we call our products, it's to create questions.
Here and enjoying it. So far, so good.
For a movie can be a great script. But if you get the wrong director, if you get the wrong actors, if you read the lines in the wrong accent, it's gonna kill the whole production. So we really take that approach with genetics. We want to be able to get them in the hands of the right growers. We want them to understand how it's going to work. As we look at whether it's greenhouse, indoor, outdoor, these are key ways that we can leverage these genetic sequences. Okay, are you guys ready for some genetic facts? So most of the genetic sequences that we're looking at are only looking at 8 primary phenotypes. 8 genetic markers, or up to 16. There's up to 192 different markers that we can look at. So when we're doing a breeding for like pest resistance, or PM, or powdery mildew, you can look at 1 or 2 markers that say this is what's going to allow it to, or I've been identified as those markers. But what we really can see is in the same way that like beauty, right? Is it height? Is it face symmetry? We can find 26 different markers that are going to allow for that pest resistance. There's a lot of ways that we can define what makes a plant beautiful. And as we go deeper into this genetic sequence, as we understand more both what we're trying to do with it, the environment and the nurture that it's going to be in, and how it actually ends up acting in the plant, we can really then be able to apply that into our understanding. In the same way that there's lots of beautiful people in the world who all look very different, there's lots of different plants in the world that are going to have great experience in terpenes. And what we want to do is ensure that genetic diversity and allow us to really understand how best to use that genetic sequence in your plant to be able to provide the right genetics at the right grower at the right time so that you guys can have the best success with your grow. So we're excited here to be part of the ecosystem in New York, and excited for the On the Revel team for bringing everybody together. And of course, we're really, really excited about being foundational team builders with you guys in building not just here in New York, but this global industry that is still so new. So with that, I thank you guys for your time and happy to answer any questions.
Good afternoon, beautiful people. Good afternoon. My name is Takumba Anifalaje. I'm the director of the Brooklyn Business Center here at Bedford-Stuyvesant Restoration Corporation. We're excited to have you in our backyard today. As Jason mentioned, we're doing a lot of work with businesses that are cannabis and non-cannabis businesses. So please check out our booth over in the front and get some materials and learn about our upcoming events and resources that we have to share with you if you're looking to grow your business. I'm just here to say thank you on behalf of our CEO, Blondell Pennock, and our leadership team. We're really excited to have you here because there's a lot of impactful work that we're on the precipice of. So I just want to say thank you again for coming out today and enjoy yourself. And feel free to stop me and say, hello, TK, what's up? I need to learn more about growing my business. I thought you could help me. So feel free. I love you, crowd, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Here, you don't have to go anywhere else to get it. You gotta wait right here. I fucking love that. Let's go. But yeah, today I just want to share my story about going ancillary. I was on the hemp side with Comeback Daily. We were New York's #1 CBD store, and recently I winded down the stores and we pivoted into the ancillary market, and we've been helping brands, as you heard, with printing and branding. So I call Let Us Print a printing and branding agency. The reason I say that is because any of us here can go on Vistaprint, you know, go on these online websites, Sticker Mule, and get these products made for your marketing strategy. But
The law was passed on March 31st, 2021. We got cannabis royalty on the front row right now. The former president of Women Grow, the cannabis godmother, Gia Barone. Stand up and be recognized. Gia Barone is in the building. Yes, we love you, we appreciate you. I wouldn't be where I was without you. On the Rebel wouldn't be where we are without you.
On my way home now. They're still jumping. They're still jamming out here. But I gotta go. It was a long day. Fun day. Very long. I'm gonna show y'all what I got when I get back to the house. Thanks again to these people right here. Don't forget the... And I'll see you later. And all this stuff I got free. just for the record, this is not beer. One is iced tea and one is water.